Here's another question. Dear Dorothy, can we do a visualization healing for the first, second, and third chakra areas of the body to master relaxation, pleasure, and surrender? Oh, that's beautiful. And I would say also creativity, right? Because that's also in that area. Thank you for that beautiful question. Yeah, these tend to be the neglected chakras. We tend to think of, again, that idea that sometimes we think of our bodies as a depository for negativity or you know, that which is overwhelming and we can't deal with it. Well, the body can take that hit, you know. So I'm just closing the eyes and putting awareness on the first, second, and third chakras. And the first thing is a very tender recognition and acknowledgement that seems to be penetrating all the tissues in the abdominal area. That means the lower digestion, the reproductive organs, the eliminative organs, the lymph nodes. There are a lot of lymph nodes in that area. Of course, the bones and muscles and connective tissue and fascia. And one of the first things that's happening is a little softening, a releasing of expectation. This is really the working, it's not only the most neglected area of the physiology, it's also the area that works the hardest for us, and that we tend to have a lot of expectations on this part of the body, like walking. Walking comes from the foundation of the lower back, you know, the pelvis. So a lot of things that make our life comfortable and easy, we take for granted in the lower back area, or the abdominal area. And I'm also experiencing and noticing a lot of fear and a lot of very powerful energy flow, a lot of increase of pitta, a lot of heat rising up in this part of the body. The intestines are the seat, one of the great seats of pitta in the body. Some discrimination is interfacing with that heat in order to allow it to manifest in a way which is life supporting and balancing for the physiology. Layers and layers and layers of ancestral expectations, judgments, pain are releasing. Holding the healing space. Forgiveness. It's opened up a portal, some kind of a portal or energy center there. It's very intense. And so all that is supporting the releasing of access or connections, hooks and cords associated with dark energies. This is the completion of this healing. That was a very interesting, by the way. Because the abdominal area is both an area that tends to be a repository for waste, like discordant feelings that we don't want to deal with, and it's also generally neglected more than like the upper areas of the physiology, it is vulnerable or subject to invasive energies. And it is definitely a place where invasive energies can hide. I was definitely feeling that very intensely. but everything feels all soft and healthy and well and balanced again. And I, I feel as if this healing got processed through my physiology very, very quickly, like very quickly. It was as if, I'll try to describe it, it was as if this energy center in the gut area opened up and it exposed a lot of vulnerability, a lot of vulnerability, a lot of delicacy. And that vulnerability and delicacy was a reflection of impressions and experiences from all the way to very distant past time. At the same time that the vulnerability was allowing this sort of portal to open that showed or revealed all that vulnerability and you know, tendency for exploitation and so forth. At the same time, strength was also present. And the strength manifested as an incredible, like very sudden and fierce and profound increase of heat in this physiology. And so the heat was like rising up to meet the vulnerability and to meet the exploitative energies that would prey upon vulnerability. The integration between divine being and the whole abdominal gut area is like, that's the area where there's the least integration, I would say. And so it's definitely an area that we need to return to. Again, give ourselves a little time. It's good for everybody to have some time to, you know, go in and feel what's going on there, work it through in dream state. Oh, if we go this way with it, what'll happen? If we go that way with it, what'll happen, right? Just like we talked about the visualizations, it's good to, when you have something big and really important that you're doing, and believe me, this is so important. It is so important. It is the seat in the human body where a lot of negativity is able to take hold. And I feel as if there are unspoken judgments and expectations and assumptions that follow all of us around, directly connected with the nature of the whole abdominal area. So it's good for that to get a chance to, we can experiment with how best to promote deepest, most effective healing in that area. And you know, my take on it right now, because that experience was enough dynamic for me, it's enough dramatic, that my feeling is, I think it deserves maybe even a whole webinar all to itself. Anyway, we can work with it both in dream and waking state and try out the different virtual possibilities and explore the different avenues that would be most effective and most powerful to efficiently heal and cleanse that area, to support its realignment with divine structure, divine blueprint, divine intelligence, glorious expression of the mother of creation.